Alrighty, guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Before we get into it, I do want to say, if it seems like I'm a little out of it, it's because I barely slept at all last night, so your boy is a little tired, so give me some grace there. Today, we're going to be talking about Nikocado. I'm sure most of you guys know who he is. If you don't, there are a million videos on the internet about him. I've talked about him a little bit in the past, but one of the reasons, I'm not sure if I've said this in the video, but one of the reasons I feel like I don't talk about him very much is because I've said in the past that I feel like a lot of what he does is, you know, it's like an act. It's like he's putting on a show, so it always feels a little strange, like talking about him and all of the antics like they're real things, because it would feel like I am making a video about like a WWE wrestling when I know that it's fake. I would feel just silly talking about it. But recently there has been two things that have gone on that have, one, made a lot of people message me these videos, and two, I feel like with both of these things together, it warrants me talking about it in a video. So the first thing we are going to be talking about is this video that has been going around the internet a ton. It was on like TikTok. It's a ton of people are talking about it, and I feel like this proves maybe my theory that I've had, but also I think it proves, I've always said I think Nick is an incredibly smart person. He's not stupid. I think he plays a role like he is, you know, this comedian or like this person that's just very stupid and doesn't understand what's going on. But this clip shows that I feel like he's a lot smarter than he portrays. So we are going to watch part of that video right now. So this is that clip right here.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment I've come to know. Certainly the greatest social experiment of my entire life.
The first thing I get from this is like Joker vibes. I feel like it's like a tryout for the Joker.
It's alluring. It's compelling. It's gripping. To bear witness, to observe all these unwell, unbalanced, disoriented beings roam the internet in search of stories, in search of ideas, of conflict, of rivalries, where people develop a distinctive desire for direct engagement, where people feel involved with the stories.
So here, I mean, I think that this is definitely true. It's very over the top. But I do think that there are definitely a lot of people that get incredibly, almost to a point where it's almost unhealthy, where they get involved in these little things with people on the internet, with these personalities, where they start over obsessing over every little tiny thing, right? And one of the things that I think is really interesting, maybe not interesting, but the thing that I believe about Nick is, I know he gets upset when people talk about this, but like talking about how it's like this whole act, is that when that is the case, if it is or if it isn't, but in my opinion, if that is the case, it's much easier to not care much about criticisms that you hear online, because it's very easy for you to say, well, that's not even really me. That's just an act that I'm putting on. And so you're kind of able to deflect whatever criticism or whatever issues people have, because you're like, that's not even really me. It's an act that I'm putting on for the internet, right? And it seems like it's almost like him confirming that here, right? Because if you watch this compared to his other like mukbang videos, which we'll get into, a very, very different type of vibe, at least.
And therefore become product of influence. Thirsty for distraction, from time unspent, from lackluster lifestyles, spoiling their minds while stimulating them at the exact same time. It's brilliant, but it's also dangerous. It's dangerous. I feel as if my life has been positioned to where I'm monitoring ants on an ant farm. One follows another, follows another, follows another. It's mesmerizing. It's enthralling. It's spellbinding. Just look at all these consumers.
Now, I don't know how much he actually believes this, but I will say that there are a lot of people that are influencers that is how they see their followers, period. Like, you are a means to an end, like, period. That's what you are to a lot of people, right? If you're like a lot of influence, it's sad, but it is true. Like, he might be saying the quiet thing out loud here. And again, I don't know how much of this is this act that he's putting on versus these thoughts that he actually has. But I know that there are people that definitely think like this. Like, this is not completely out of the realm of possibility for a human.
All of these lost and bored people consuming anything that they're told to consume.
So this is like the mindset of when you see a lot of like influencers or just people in general that become like have a large following. It's why it's so easy for those people to seem very self-important, or they feel like I am more important than my followers or whatever because I'm the person they are following. So therefore my life is more important than these ants, like literally, right? Like, this is a common sentiment with a lot of people. Trust me, they might not say it, but it's true.
I am the villain. I make myself one.
I mean, I don't know how much more you have to say. Literally, I am the villain if I make myself one. Is that what he's doing on his YouTube channel? I don't know. I can't answer that, but I mean...
And people will consume these stories year after year after year. Stories that shock, that confuse, stories that are deliberately made to blur the boundaries between fact and fiction. Stories that permeate, infect, and linger in the minds.
Okay, so we are going to end this video here, but again, think about the last thing he just said. Stories that blur the lines of fact and fiction. Okay, that's very important. Now, the next thing we are going to be talking about is Nick claims to have had a heart attack during one of his videos. Okay, so I do want to say trigger warning if you are someone that has a family member that has struggled with a heart attack, or you yourself have had one. This might feel a little insensitive, so you might want to click off. But in this video right here, Nick claims to have had a heart attack. So the title of this video is Rice Cakes with Orlin Mukbang. So let's see what happens here.
You want an aspirin?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not getting air. I'm not even being funny.
Come on, let's go to the room.
Excuse me.
Wanna go to the room?
I feel tingles here.
Oh, okay, I gotta go get an aspirin.
Okay, so that's like the whole, I'm having a heart attack thing. So I'm going to scroll forward, actually, because at the end of the video, he kind of has a little bit of a moment where he's talking about what just happened. And so, again, let's just watch this.
Thanks for watching. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe this happened. What if my time is up?
So, I don't know how real this is, right? But I will say that feeling, and I'm just speaking from my experience, so I'm not saying whether this is true or not, but the emotion that this elicits from me is one of, I've felt that way. Like, I really have, and it's freaking scary. So whether or not this is true, I can say that the emotion that I get from it, regardless of if I believe it's true or not, I'm not even going to get into that because I don't think it really matters my opinion on it. I'm kind of curious what y'all think, but I have felt that way, whether or not what is happening in this video is real or not, right? He's a good actor if it's fake, right? I have felt that way. Terrified, like really scared of what's going on, feeling unsure of your health, of it's scary. Okay? Like, that stuff is scary. And I think if this isn't real, it's really not cool to make that up, in my opinion, right? So next, he has a video. I think it's like the next video on this channel where it's not the next video. It's actually on a different channel, but where he talks about this exact thing that happened. And so the title of this video is, I had a heart attack last night. And as you can see, he's eating Taco Bell. And so this is kind of where he talks about it right here.
I don't know, but it happened on camera. Basically, I lost breathing capabilities. Which has definitely been happening these past couple months. I don't know. But it happened on camera. It was kind of scary, and then we didn't go to a commercial. I just kept going.
So that's kind of what he says there. And then if you look at the comments, it seems like a lot of people are actually, they have things to say. It's a sign of congestive heart failure, or ankle swollen. Soon it's going to be hard for you to lay down because you won't be able to breathe. This happened to me after a virus I caught a couple years ago. Stop eating that much. Wake up, honey, Nick's back. What did you expect? A lot of comments like that. And again, like for me, I don't know whether that really happened or not. I'm not going to make that call. I really don't. Like, there's no way that I could say whether or not anything happened or if it's completely made up. But regardless of, there's only two real options, right? Whether it either actually did happen and there was an actual issue that happened, whether it was a heart attack or it was something else, which is freaking scary, and then you decided to put that online for views, and then you put up another video to push people to watch that video and titled that video, I had a heart attack. So either it actually happened and you're using that as a way to get more people to watch the video, or it didn't happen and you are completely fabricating this and it's completely made up, and you are using either the people that actually do like you, right, that are going to be worried about you, you're using that emotion, or the people that dislike you and they're happy to see it, which I think is a little crazy, but like you're using that emotion, those emotions, to get a response. I think that that's really, really messed up if that's what's going on, right? Because joking about a heart attack, it's crazy to even say that in a video, like that's where we are. Whether or not it's true or not, like to use a heart attack for views and attention, and then in the video where you're saying that you think it actually happened, you are eating a ton of like Taco Bell. Like, I don't know, man. But like I said, that first video kind of saying blurring the lines between reality, what's fact and fiction, And then this stuff, I think you would be silly to not expect people to either say that this is obviously not real. I think it would be silly to think that why would you think I'm lying? It's like, well, what do you think? Like, this video, you're literally saying that you're blurring the lines between fact and fiction. So I'm honestly curious what you all think, because I really don't know how to make heads or tails of this. I don't know. Like, all I know is that it feels weird. That's all I can say. Like, it feels really weird. It's either really gross or it's really weird to use that thing that happened to you as a way to get people to watch the video. But again, that's just my opinion. I would love to know what y'all think. I appreciate you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.